Hi, everybody. Well, believe it or not, here we are at the end of the fall 2020 semester. And in fact, of course, we're almost to the end of 2020. And I know some of you are thinking things like thank heaven and good riddance, but for obvious reasons, it's been an incredibly challenging and an unusual semester. And for that matter, the most unusual year for most any of us here at Roane State Community College. And speaking of the obvious, we need to talk about some changes to the quarantine guidance. Per the new guidance from the CDC, local health departments have chosen to reduce the recommended quarantine period from 14 days to 10 days for those who are without symptoms, and that's a key part of that. And so in order to align with this new guidance, we will also be advising employees and students to quarantine for 10 days following, again, their exposure to a positive case of COVID-19. Now, even with the reduced timeline, everyone is still advised to monitor for possible symptoms for the full 14 days. And if you do develop symptoms, you should isolate. In other words, stay home, stay away from other people, except, of course, to seek medical care. And please see the CDC webpage, Roane State's information that we have regarding, again, quarantining to be exposed, isolating when you actually have or believe you have COVID-19. I'd like to share with you again a reminder about the COVID kits for students, for faculty and staff, that you can pick up a COVID safety kit that is your gift from the Roane State Foundation. It includes a sanitizer, it includes a face mask and some other helpful items. On the Roane County campus, kits can be picked up in the One Stop, and at other locations, you can pick those kits up from the campus director. So many thanks to the Roane State Foundation for making those available to us. To all Roane State employees, another reminder about the required IT training. We have to require of you this IT security training. If you have not already done so, please do that right away. The deadline is December 31st. Of course, we don't want to aggravate you about this during the break, during the holidays, but we are required to get 100% completion on this by December 31st. So please, if you have not done it, just go ahead and stop, pause the video right now, go do the security training and come watch the rest of the video after that. So all faculty and staff, all employees at Roane State, please remember to do that. You have an email giving you instructions, in fact, on how to complete that required IT security training. I want to mention our holiday schedule. Faculty and staff, remember that we will be closed for business from December 21st through January 1st, except, of course, for those who are assisting with the winter term. To those folks, thank you very much. Due to the higher frequency of travel, of course, and the tendency to gather with family and friends during the holidays, we're going to be taking some additional protective measures as we get into the new year. So we are asking all staff to work remotely January 4th through January 8th. Physical college campuses will not be open for business during that period of time, but of course, employees will still be working. We'll just be working remotely to serve our students, our employees. That'll be very important, of course, because we'll be right on the doorstep of the start of the spring semester at that point. In fact, because we expect call volume to increase, please remember to check your email regularly for voicemails that may be left on your office line. I want to mention to you once again our PTK chapter, Phi Theta Kappa Honors and Action Program. Each year they do a project, and this year's Honors and Action Project is to highlight and assist 5 charitable organizations that serve this region. And they have a website that you can see on your screen. And there are 3 ways that you can help. Number 1, if you feel so led and you're able to go to that website, pick a charity and donate. That would be really important, and we'd be very grateful for that. But some of you may not be able to donate, and that's okay. We still ask you to please go to the webpage and vote for your favorite charity. The charity that receives the most votes is going to get some additional dollars from our PTK chapter, and it will depend on the votes that are received. So please log on, give if you can. If you can't, at least please vote, and that is a great way to help. You are participating in a great way if all that you do is get on and vote, so please do that. And once you've voted, you'll be entered for a drawing for different prizes. So again, you don't have to give to qualify, but you do have to vote to qualify for these prizes. Opportunity number 3 is for you to help us spread the word. Please share that website with as many people as possible. We're so grateful for the officers, the leadership of Phi Theta Kappa, and for their heart for the great work that these charities do for our region. So many thanks to them for this outstanding project. Speaking of outstanding, it's time to nominate individuals for the Outstanding Alumni Award. Please check your Roane State email for information on how you can nominate someone for the Outstanding Alumni Award through the Roane State Foundation. The deadline is coming up again. That is December 31st, so please be aware of that, but we would ask you to take time to nominate someone, and we would be very, very grateful for you doing that. As I close, I always want to thank Dr. Matt Waters and Sarah Self. They make these videos possible. They put up with me each week as we record these. And again, I want to thank all of you. I was listening in as a part of the Tennessee Board of Regents quarterly meeting earlier today. And from our chancellor, from the members of the Board of Regents, they send their sincere thanks to you. And they mean that, and they mean that every year, but they particularly mean it this year, given all that you've done in the face of all that has happened. And so there were many comments from the members of the board, from the chancellor, from senior staff about just how grateful they are for all that you have done, faculty and staff, for the benefit of our students, and to you students for remaining a part of the higher education family at Roane State, because again, we faced a lot of things and you've stuck in there with us, and we're very, very grateful. For my own part, let me say it's my blessing to get to work with all of you, to see the dedication, the hard work you put forth year after year for the benefit of Roane State students. So from the bottom of my heart to every single one of you, thank you. I want to say thanks specifically this time to the Roane State senior staff. They don't get a lot of credit and they don't want credit, but it's appropriate for me to point out just how hard each of them has worked to lead each of the areas that they oversee, again, during this very trying time. So to each member of the senior staff, again, my heartfelt thanks. And again, to all of you, many thanks. And I want to wish all of you students, faculty, and staff, I want to wish you the very happiest of holidays. And I'd like to wish you a very, very blessed new year. Thanks so much.